We are on our way to the Memorial Day weekend with an all-American dish. Richard Blais started his career at McDonald's and has gone on to win Bravo's Top Chef All-Stars.
Thought he had peaked at that point. I'm surprised there's anywhere to
big
go
McDonald's
from there.
moment.
Oh. Later this morning, he's going to fly back to Atlanta to open his new restaurant called the Spence. He joins us this morning with his ultimate Memorial Day dish, the Butcher's Cut Burger. Good morning.
Morning.
Awesome to have you.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. On the restaurant?
Yeah, on the new restaurant.
I know. I'm anxious. It's opening tonight.
You got to head back right
in
after
Atlanta,
this.
and I'm in New York.
You're busy.
I know.
How do you make the perfect burger?
The perfect burger. I mean, I think it's really about treating. You know, we say at my restaurant, Flip Burger Boutique, I have 3 locations, that we treat a $6 burger like a $65 steak. So respect it. That's the first thing you have to do.
Yep. And you learned that at McDonald's.
I learned many things at McDonald's. Listen,
nice.
My time at McDonald's, I was the poissonnier at McDonald's, which means fish cook in French. So it was a very prestigious position at an all-hamburger restaurant. I forgot, actually, when I was at McDonald's, the first batch of filet-of-fish I sent out, I forgot to put the tops on it. So I was being avant-garde way before I knew that was actually my calling. So.
In all seriousness, how do you make sure you don't overdo it and then it's tough to do burgers sometimes.
You know what? I mean, I'm glad you said it, because it is really tough. It's easier to cook a steak because, you can touch a steak, you can feel it. There's certain things you can figure out. With a burger, you have to get that sear, not to get too scientific. It's the Maillard reaction, so it's got to get brown.
Yep.
And then, when you flip it, you can sort of see the juices coming out the top of it. So you really only want to flip it once. And then as the juices start to run out of it, they'll change colors from, bloody red to like clear. And as it's getting clearer, your burger's cooking. But it's not easy, and that's the most important thing for me to say. So everyone out there who has trouble, you have trouble because it's hard.
Do you rotate it on one side to get the grill pattern or no?
Yeah, I'm not all about that. I mean, I think that's, you're fancy, obviously, but I don't think that's necessary. As long as you get the flavor of the char, I think that's the most important thing.
You were all about the science of cooking, as much as the love of it, as much as infusing it with flavor on Top Chef, which I loved, by the way.
Thank you.
I 100% rooted for you. So my question is, how much does science come into a dish like this versus the ingredients themselves?
I mean, one, it's flavor first. A lot of people think that I'm this sort of the gadget guy, this wizardry, science and technology. If science and technology can make your food better, I'm all for it. Quite honestly, a great example of this are like these onion rings that we're talking about. So like what we do with these onion rings is it's actually a vodka batter that we put in a siphon, like when you go to the coffee shop and you get a, a caramel latte with whipped cream on it, right? So what we put our batter in that siphon. And we use vodka because vodka burns away and it keeps the onion ring or the fried pickles, which are up here, it keeps them really, really crisp.
They're delicious.
If science and technology can make your food better, I'm all for it. But I don't consider myself the sciencey sort of chef.
Doing the right way. Yeah.
Exactly.
Will you sign our plate for us,
Of course.
Chef?
This is the first plate I think I've signed.
Well,
I love it.
Congratulations on the new restaurant opening tonight, the Spence in Atlanta.
Thank you. Yes, the Spence.
Thank you for joining us this morning.